and this time we are going to do a lab. It is Eigrp name mode lab. So guys, I have put lots of labs in the YouTube, so please watch. And today lab is very critical because in the CCNP route, as well as if you are planning to do any CCIE, the Eigrp name mode become very important. So basically that's a new method Cisco introduced into configure Eigrp. So there is a traditional method what we studied in CCNA and NP level, and there is a name mode for CCIE and CCNP level. So this is a new introduction. There are some advantages of new name mode method. So today with this example, I'm going to configure router 1 as the traditional method of Eigrp, and I'm going to configure router 2 as name mode Eigrp. As a name, I'm going to give many advantages as a name, and in both the router 1 and router 2 they are belonging to Eigrp Autonomous System 101. So guys, let's try to understand the diagram. I did the pre-configuration of the routers with the IPs, so I don't have to configure IPs. So link between R1 and R2 is 12.12.12. It is 1 and 2, and I have around 6 loopbacks starting from loopback 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Same way here, loopback 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And if you look carefully, loopback 4 and 5 are the router 1, so 111 and 1121. In this side 222 and 2232. So what I'm going to do, loopback 4 and 5 I'm going to introduce into Eigrp without the network command. So basically I'm going to put redistribute connected, but all the other 4 loopbacks in both R1 and R2 I'm going to advertise with the network command. That's a traditional way of advertising into Eigrp. So guys, what we'll do, let's enable Eigrp, let's check the routing, and then let's do the summarization. And again, let's go and see the conditions, because I have put forward lots of conditions. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please search in Google and YouTube the keyword many advantage. You can find my videos and there is no cost, so please subscribe to the videos, guys. So the question wise, these are the questions I'm planning to do today. Configure Eigrp normal mode on R1 and Eigrp name mode on R2. The name is many advantage. Eigrp ASN number, autonomous system number is 101. I'm asking you to configure MD5 authentication between R1 and R2, and the password is IP group. And remember, if you want to use old normal mode, it supports only MD5, but the new mode will support multiple authentication systems. So you have to be reading the exam questions very carefully. And I'm saying advertise loopback 0, 1, 2, 3 with the network command, and loopback 4 and 5 with the redistribution command in both R1 and R2. So we are going to do the first 3 bullet points, and we are going to check the routing. And I'm saying 111, 11 and 22. Now I had to summarize both of them, and 11, 11 and 22. So there will be 2 summarization command in both R1 and R2. So you will find out the difference between summarization on normal mode as well as name mode. That's one of the tasks, as well as you will know the difference between redistribute command on normal mode and name mode. So that's very important. And also when you do the summarization, we know Eigrp has 3 administrative distance. One is 90, other one is 170, other one is 5. So 5 is for summarized route, so we are going to see how to see that 5, and also we are going to check the neighbor table, topology table and routing table. Okay guys, so I think we are all very excited to start the lab. So even I'm excited to start the lab. So let's go back to the diagram one more time and let's do the lab. So I have, as I said, if you want to do lab at your home or in the lab environment, use a lab pod or real devices, or you can use emulated devices, for example WebIOU or UNL, or you can use on a GNS. I recommend to use iOS 15 for name mode, because iOS 15 support name mode is a new way of configuration. So guys, I have router 1 and I have router 2. Let's start the console. Okay, so router 1 and router 2. So let's see the IP wise whether it's configured. First of all, I want to make sure we are starting with a fresh configuration. I don't want to have any dynamic IP routing going on. So I will type show IP protocols. So show IP protocols will tell you if you run any dynamic routing protocols. Show IP protocols. So there is no dynamic routing. To see the static routing, there are 2 ways. I can type show IP route static. That's one way. and also I can type show run pipe include IP route. So that means I'm going to ask for any IP route command. I don't have on R2. On R1, show IP route static. There is nothing. Show run pipe include IP route. So basically guys, there are no static route or dynamic routing. Let's check the interfaces. Show IP interface brief, exclude and assign. So when you do this one, I want to make sure, like, just check this particular diagram also whether it makes sense. So I have loopback 0 and 1, 11 11 series, Ethernet 0 0 is 12 12 1, loopback 2 and 3 is 1 1 1 series, and loopback 4 and 5 is 1 1. And also guys, there's a nice command, show run pipe include into 255. These are CCIE tricks. So if you want to see the IP addresses and the subnet mask, whatever you configured, you can see this command. So what I did is I type, so I'll give back the command to verify for you guys. It is show run pipe include int and 255. And also there is another way, traditional way. You can just type show protocols. When you type show protocols, it's going to give you the IPs and subnet mask. So let's do the same thing on R2. Show IP interface brief, exclude and assign, and also show run pipe include into 255. So guys, as I said, I pre-configured everything. I want you guys to pre-configure everything. Make sure do the check-in, then enable Eigrp. As I said, if I want to configure Eigrp, let's go back to the diag questions, because I'm asking to configure Eigrp authentication. So password is IP group. So that means key string is IP group. Let's go back to the diagram. Let's go back to the questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to configure keychain. So I'm going to say key chain R1 key 1 key string IP guru. So what you have to understand is the keychain name can be anything, but we are going to call the key, but the key string has to match. So key string is IP group. On the other router, I'm going to put keychain R2 key, and key string is again IP group. That's what I'm going to. Let's do that one even right away. So show run. Let's try to get the key. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll go here. I'll type key chain R2 key 1. Then I'll copy and paste the key string from here. So IP group, that's the question says. I would like to do the hard stuff first, guys. So this way the key string stuffs are gone. So let's configure R1. I'm going to come to R2 later. As I said, R1 is pretty simple. So let's configure R1. Router Eigrp 101. So as I said, the AS number is 101. So let's keep and let's configure. Then no auto summary. Network 11.11.11.0 0.0.0.255. So this is the way you configure new method of not new method, even the traditional method, the new way of configuring. Then 11 11 11 12. Then I'll do the up arrow. I have to configure here. Let's look at the command at the end once they configure everything. 111.111.111. I will do the up arrow. The other one will be 112. Then I have to advertise the net interface also. My interface is part of 12.12.12.0 because that's the interface is going to establish my Eigrp neighbor relationship. And also guys, for loopback 3 and 4 and 5, I have to advertise without network command. So what I will do, redistribute connected metric. I will put Eigrp, so bandwidth, delay, load, reliability, MTU. So I have a standard. I always put these numbers, but guys, again, it's your choice. You can when you study, you will find different metrics numbers to play around with. So guys, that's it. So I had to do one more thing. So let's finish that one too. I'll go to. So even though the diagram shows you fast Ethernet 00, my routers are Ethernet 00. So IP. So we are going to do authentication. IP authentication mode EIGRP 101. So there is only one mode, guys. So IP authentication mode EIGRP 101 MD5. Then other one is IP authentication keychain R1 key. EIGRP 101, then R1 key. So let's see the command what I type for authentication. Show run interface Ethernet 060. So we will discuss about this one, guys. So that means on the new mode, in the old mode, you have to, on the interface we are typing this one, and also summarization I'm going to do on the interface. And also if I type show run section EIGRP, these are the EIGRP command I typed. So so far I did EIGRP authentication command and also EIGRP network command and so just see, even though I type no auto summary, that command is not visible because I type in a wildcard mask, that command is gone. Okay guys, so now we have to configure now EIGRP new method. So that's kind of a tricky here. I want to make sure everybody understand that one. So name is many advantage. So let's configure slowly. Router EIGRP many advantage. So I'm giving a name. Then address family IPv4 autonomous system 101. So this is the way you configure IPv4 EIGRP name mode. If you put a question mark, you will know exactly what else to type here. So here there's something called AF interface, neighbor, network. So all the network command can go here. So let's put the network command before we can do everything. So we know all these loopbacks, we have to put a network command, plus the link we have to put a network command. Okay, so let's put that one. Okay, so I'm going to put here network 22.22.22.0 0.0.0.255. let's do slowly, guys. 22.22.22.23. the next one is, so what I'm doing is I'm typing up arrow to bring up the previous command. Okay, that's good. Then I will put 223. Then also I'll put 12.12.12. that's my 12.12.12.0. So guys, just say if I type redistribute, there is no redistribute command. So that's one of the major difference here. So I cannot type redistribute command on this particular place. So I'm going to put a couple of things. I'm going to put AF interface Ethernet 00 because I know I had to put authentication related command. If I put a question mark, let's go up. So summarization is here and authentication here. So if I type authentication mode, just see in the previous normal traditional mode it supports only MD5, but when it come here it supports this particular iOS code support MD5 and HMAC SHA-256. so MD5 compared to SHA MD256 and MD5 SHA HMAC 256 has strong authentication. So HMAC stand for SHA stand for secure hash algorithm. So guys, we cannot mix and match, so I had to go with MD5, and I'll do the up arrow authentication keychain. Here it should be R2 key. So you're not typing IP group, I'm typing keychain as whatever the keychain. Right now, guys, oh, adjacent is up, that's a good sign. So then here I'm going to type exit. If I type question mark, it tells you all the commands available on this particular mode. So we are going to very soon analyze the routing. So right now I'm going to type exit, and I'm going to type a command called topology base. So when I type topology base, it's going to the base topology. Under this you have a redistribute command. So if I want to generate if I want to put a distribute list distance command or even redistribute, so I'm going to put simply redistribute connected metric 1500 1 250 1 1500. So you have to put all the variable. You have to put bandwidth, delay, load, reliability, MTU, those variables. So guys, right now we have done the phase 1. That means we haven't done the summarization. Apart from that, everything is done. I think it's a time to sit back and try to see what's going on. So I'm just made my screen bigger. So let's go to R1, show run section Eigrp. So that's the command I typed to see the Eigrp. Then show run interface Ethernet 00. So these are the, so guys, if you want, you can capture the screen and you can take a snapshot, something like that, or you can write down, pause it. And these are the ways. And also if I type show keychain, so it tells me keychain name is R1 key. That's what we are referring here. And text of the name is IP group. And it says key ID is 1. Key ID number don't have to match, but it is recommended to do the matchings, and you can put lots of time, but I accepted the key right away. So guys, very simple. Let's go to R2. Just see, if I type show run interface Ethernet 00, there is no authentication. But if I go to the old mode, in old mode, if you want to know if you are running authentication, you must go to the interface. The advantage of new mode, if I type show run section Eigrp, just see, so this is the full commands of whatever I typed. So you have a router Eigrp many advantage, address family IPv for unicast autonomous system 101. Then I'm going to go to AF interface, address family interface Ethernet 00. I'm enabling my authentication. Just see, so network command can be typed right after address family. Here all the network command. Then all the interface specific command goes to Ethernet 00. Then under topology base, I'm putting what? Redistribution. So that means here the so that by looking at this config, I know like I'm doing authentication here, but in the old mode you had to go. So this way is structured. So Cisco is kind of promoting the new way. So if you are going to go for a CCI exam, for sure you might be asked for Eigrp new mode. Sometimes it's also called Eigrp 64-bit autonomous system. In the older version, traditional method is called Eigrp 32-bit. So Eigrp 32-bit and Eigrp 64-bit. So guys, very important to understand this concept. So let's analyze a little bit before we go. So let's go back to the diagram. In the diagram in R1, I had to see 4 D route. So that means loop back 0, loop back 1, loop back 2, loop back 3 will be D route, and these 2 routes will be DEX route. So let's check. So same thing, both router 1 and router 2 should have 4 D route and 1 DEX route. So let's see on router 1. Before that, show IP Eigrp neighbor. So when I type show IP Eigrp neighbor, so it tells you the neighbor of the directly connected interface address, and also it tells you how much time the neighbor is up. So it's very easy. So if somebody says, okay, you know one thing, somebody can even lie to you guys saying, oh, my router is up for like 1 year, but you can go and check this command. Maybe lots of people don't know, like to see the uptime, you can check this particular field. So it's called uptime, and always the queue count has to be 0. Okay guys, so again, this is one of the command, show IP Eigrp neighbor, then show IP Eigrp topology. So basically this is your topology table, and you have P's and A. P is good and A is bad. And by looking at this one, look at, for example, this one. The first number is a higher number and the second number is the lower number. The first number is called feasible distance. So feasible distance is a distance from your local router to destination. This is called advertised distance. It's nothing but distance from your neighbor to destination. So advertised distance plus local distance from you to the neighbor becomes feasible distance, and successor will be always the feasible distance. So that means when you type show IP route, the same thing will be shown in the metric. So technically the feasible distance is the one which is going to show in the metric. So look at, so next let's go to show IP route Eigrp. Look for 22222 route and just check for this one. Just see. So this now number is nothing but the feasible distance. So in the routing table, you will see administrative distance and feasible distance. In the topology table, you will see feasible distance. You will see feasible distance and advertised distance. So first number is feasible distance, second number is advertised distance, and on the routing table the first number is administrative distance and the second number is feasible distance. As I said, router 1 is seeing 222, 223. So it's seeing only two networks as a, so these two network is seeing as a DEX route. We want to see why. So let's quickly check, are we advertising on router 2 properly? So let's go and check router 2 also. Show IP route Eigrp. Router 2 is proper. So as I expected, the 4 D routes and 2 DX route, I think there is some typos in the, so always is best to get some mistakes so you can see. So I'm going to type show run section Eigrp. Okay, so network command is wrong here these two, so this two network command has to be 222. So I'm going to change these ones, guys, so I can see the mistake right now. So config T, guys, I can say I did the mistake purposely just to make sure everybody understand. No, I'm lying, guys. Okay, so I'm going to remove these two. I'm going to remove this network command because they are wrong, and also no to the second one. Network 222.222.222.0, that's the correct one, and the second one. So always when you do the up arrow, that's why you can easily like miss stuffs. Show run section Eigrp. So because I didn't type before properly, that means those networks are advertised as a DEX route. So now, so this is the full configuration of router 2. If I go to R1, I'm sure these two should be now D route. Let's check. So Eigrp is very fast, so it's expected behavior. So guys, we talked about feasible distance, advertised distance, administrative distance, those kind of things. So right now the next task, so let's go to the question and see. So which loopback I want to summarize? I want to summarize from R1 ones and 11s. Okay, so let's see how ones and one. So if I go to R2, if I type show IP route Eigrp, I want to summarize these two, and also I want to summarize these two. Let's do on R1. So but I want to make a point, when I summarize, doesn't matter whether I receive the routes as DEX route or doesn't matter whether I receive the routes as D route. When I summarize, it will be a new route generated by R1, so the new route will be D. So that's the main purpose I gave this one, guys. So check this one and let's do the summarization on R1. So I had to go to config T interface Ethernet 0/0 IP summary address Eigrp 101. So it's 1.1.0.0, then 255.255.0.0. There are other options, but we are not going to worry about those options. Enter. And also up arrow, I had to be a bit careful this time. It is 11.11. So I have summarized. So guys, good thing is in Eigrp it is not, so resync min is kind of a resync the updates, it's not killing the neighbor relationship. So one of the way to check is show IP Eigrp neighbor. You see our uptime is almost now 9 minutes. So guys, right now how I know, couple of things. If I type show IP route Eigrp, it tells me now 111 is a summary to null 0, and but I'm not seeing administrative distance here. Just see, I'm not seeing the administrative distance. It created a summary. But if I go to R2, just see here is 111, 112, but now you will be seeing both of them as D route. You will see these two routes gone, and you are going to see one D route 11, the administrative is 90. This one also, you will be, these two are gone. You are going to see 11, 11, 0, 0, 16 with administrative distance is 90. Let's check again, guys. Show IP route Eigrp. Just see, 1100, 111100, 9090. So that means doesn't matter how the routes are saying originally. When you do IP summary address command, the routes is regenerated with a administrative distance of D or internal EIGRP route. So guys, so far good. Let's see how to summarize on R2 because it's a new method. Let's go on R1 and check the route. Show IP route EIGRP. So what we want to do here, these two I want to summarize to 22, and these two I want to summarize to 22. So that's what I want to do. I want to do two summarization. One is 2.2.00/16, other one is 22.22.00/16. Guys, do a favor, please take a snapshot and write down the questions so you will know exactly what needs to be done. Okay, let's do that one. Then let's look at this administrative distance file. Let's finish this one. So in R2, to summarization, I don't have to go to interface. So show run section EIGRP. So I'm going to go to the same AF interface. So let's go to config-T. So I'm going to use CCIE shorthand method, guys, but when you do CCNP stuff, do normally, but if you're going to do CCIE, do a little bit faster. So I'm on the AF interface Ethernet 0. Command is summary address. In the normal mode, I will show you guys. Here, if I type show run interface Ethernet 00, I type two commands. One is called IP summary address EIGRP 101. But in the new method, I'm going to go to AF interface and just type summary address 1.1.0.0. Then subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. I know lots of people are thinking man is doing again a mistake. So guys, it should be what 2.2. And also I'll do the up arrow. I have to summarize even 22.22. So if I type show run section EIGRP. So what I did so here the advantage is under EIGRP, you know you're doing summarization and you know you're doing authentication, and also you know you're doing network command. So my advice, guys, try to take a snapshot or write down the commands and do this lab. It's very easy lab. If you do a couple of times, first time it might take lots of time, second time, third time, if you do, doesn't matter whether you're going to study for CCNP or CCIE, or if you go for companies, is going to help you a lot. So guys, we're almost done. So but I want to show you the administrative distance of, so here we summarized 1100. If I type show IP route EIGRP, I'm not seeing that administrative distance 0. So what I'm going to do, show IP route 1.1.0.0 255.255.0.0. When I type, it tells me the distance is 5. Sometime you are going to see this distance. If I type show run interface Ethernet 00, okay, this some iOS code after summary address is basically that is 5. You don't see it. So let's check from R2 perspective. Show IP route 2.2.0.0. That's one of the summarized address, and also 22.22 also. Same thing. You are seeing at the distance is 5. So guys, we have done this lab. So let's quickly go through the diagram one more time and the questions. So what we did, so again, this is CCNP-Ccie-Lab-Named name mode lab. What we did, we pre-configured two routers, router 1 and router 2. Router 1 had 6 loopbacks, router 2 has 6 loopbacks. Then we redistributed 2 of the loopback into EIGRP on this router, also same thing. Then both router 1 and router 2, I had 5 network statements, including the common network 12.12. Then I had some questions here. Then I configured everything at once. So questions wise, configuring EIGRP normal mode on R1 and name mode on R2, then ASN number 101, MD5 authentication, password is IP guru. So guys, I think we did the lab, so make sure you understand. So I'm going to go through the configuration one more time, then we will stop this particular video. So R1, show run section EIGRP, show run interface Ethernet 00, show key chain. So those are the commands for R1. So it's a normal method, you guys know about this one. If I go to R2, show run section Eigrp. So this is kind of hard, guys, so you have to learn it. It's a new method. The router Eigrp, you can put many advantage, or you can put your name. In the exam they will give you the name. So when I said exam, I don't think CCNP level they will go through this level, but it's on the CCIE level only. And also show run interface Ethernet 00, it has only IP, there is no keychain. And also show keychain command. Guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sure in the future I will be doing more videos on Juniper and security concepts. And good luck for watching this video, and talk to you guys soon.